Good morning, or it should be, yeah, actually good afternoon, and welcome to my channel and the very first episode of Travels with the Flying Scot. So I am actually Scottish, as you probably guessed, but I do not live in Scotland. I actually live 20 miles or so northeast of Seattle in the Pacific Northwest of the USA. And what I'm going to be doing this year is planning to do a lot of travels, and that's going to be on hiking, it's going to be on motorcycle, and also paragliding. And I'm going to actually start to share some of my adventures with you through the wonderful medium of YouTube, and hopefully we'll have some fun and laughter along the way. So this little area I live in, northeast of Seattle, is called the Issaquah Valley, and it's actually a very famous valley. For most people in the world will have heard of carnation milk, and believe it or not, this is where carnation milk came from. And we actually will be going through the town of Carnation later, and I'll give you some history about that. We'll also start to go today on a little hike to the Paragliding Launch, which we will hike up, called Poo Poo Point, which is based in Issaquah. And I'll be travelling there with my friend Amanda, and we're going to have some fun. So without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, let me take you a little tour of some of the quaint little shops here downtown in a place called Duvall, which is where I actually live. And this was actually founded in 1913, and I have now been here. This year will be 23 years in the States, and the specific year I will be in this house for 16 years, or this town for 16 years. So let me take you on a little tour here of what Duvall has to offer. So here we are actually in the city of Duvall, and it's actually a very small place, and I'm going to flip this around and show you what Duvall has to offer. So here we go. So here is the city of Duvall, and we have the clock, established in 1913, and this was actually donated by a Mr. Kevin Ganda to the citizens of Duvall in 2007, December 5th. Across here we actually have a cute little building called the Grange. This is actually a restaurant. The Grange used to be a building where all the farmers used to actually meet in days gone past, and this is actually going to be converted into a super restaurant, and they do farm to table service in here. So Luke and his wife, who own this, actually own a farm down the street. There you go. So this was 1926, formerly the Duvall Grange Silver Spoon Restaurant, an ever-changing monopoly of shops and services. And they're actually closed at the moment, but you can actually just have a little peek in the window, give you an idea of what that looks like, which is pretty cool. Across the street is my local pub. This is a Duvall Grill and Tap Room, and we have the Grateful Bread, based on the Grateful Dead, the band obviously. It's a bakery, and we have a gift shop down here. And you'll probably notice here, I'm actually filming this in February. I think this is a great idea other cities around the world should adopt. This is a Valentine's Day, and you can actually give money to the city, and they will actually put up little love hearts with sayings, "Cormac, you are so loved," all the way up and down the street, which is rather quaint. I actually thought rather quaint, to say the least. So I'm actually filming on this. It's a bit noisy, obviously. This is the main route 203. But I'm filming this without a microphone at the moment to see if it picks up okay. If it does, we're fine. We also have this, believe it or not, building here is City Hall, and I kid you not, this building here is City Hall. And due to the COVID, it's actually closed at the moment. But there we go, City Hall. How crazy is that? And here we have a cute little antique store, which we will go in, but not before we're going to the coffee and ice cream store. And this is CC Espressos. I'll have to put my mask on here before I go in, so bear with me. So here we are in CC Espressos.
Hi fans.
Hey, go fans. So this is Cindy, and she runs CC Espressos, which is, how long have you been running this, Cindy?
8.5 years.
8.5 years, wow. Anyway, we have here all the ice cream. This place is absolutely bouncing here in the summer. And for people who actually live in Scotland, you'll probably recognise shops like this all over. We have cafes like this all over Scotland, but not so much in the USA. But it's very quaint, as you could probably guess. She's like an avid collector of old telephones, as you can see up on the shore. But what we actually have here also is a mural of the city. And we have hot air balloons. We have an annual piano drop, which happens where they drop a piano. And we have sandblast on the beach with the river Issaquah falls here. I'm actually doing a YouTube video. And I'm going to have to edit that part out. But actually on here is, you will see here there's a paraglider in the mural, which is actually me. So it's the Flying Scot, and that's a custom wing in the Scottish colours, and more about that later. So we have my local shop. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go down to Poo Poo Point next, and we'll start the walk. Okay, where are we going?
Poo Poo Point.
Poo Poo Point. This way.
That way?
This way. We're going to.
Don't poke me with those sticks.
We're going. That's what she said. Okay. We're on the Poo Poo Point. This is starting at the Poo Poo Point trailhead. This is new. They didn't have that there. I put this up. So at the Poo Poo Point trailhead, this is Amanda. We're going on an adventure. And this is actually the paragliding field. Look at this. They put in even little walkie things here. How about this? This is new too. Yeah. Yeah. So this area is where actually the paragliders land. And later this year you'll see me, the Flying Scot. I'll be landing here too. And hopefully Amanda will be potentially with me.
To you?
Attached to me. We'll get that organised. So this is actually called the Issaquah Trail. And over here is actually the property belonging to Mark Issaquah, who actually put this trail in. And that's him, he's always out here. We'll stop by there when we finish.
We're going to say hi to Mark?
Yeah, so the barn up there is where you have all the simulators and all the paragliding stuff is held. You can sit in them.
Food?
He has a bonfire he also puts up, and he always likes to talk to folk. He's actually made this thing here he put up. And a lot of the dogs actually on this get really spooked by the eyes on this if you bring a dog up here, because the glass eyes freaks them out. But we are on the Issaquah Trail. And personally, this trail here used to be across the middle of the landing field. And I actually worked with King County to get them relocating us, so I actually got them to do some work. So, yeah, I did indeed. Yeah. So here we go, just at the start. Which is quite fun. Yeah, no, I'll put it back in my pocket and take it in there. What? What?
You're going to record like that?
This is how I do record.
For the next 2 hours?
It doesn't take 2 hours.
1 hour.
Do you not see my videos in Scotland? The Sky Trail, I have them all here. We also cleared this out. So this is cool.
Who'd you hire?
This is all cleared out. Which is cool.
Hi.
Nice and warm. No, I think I've only walked this up maybe 2 or 3 times this last year. But like 15 years ago, I used to hike up here all the time with my 40-pound paraglider on my back.
Not anymore.
So here we go, yeah, nice. So it's just coming up to the start of the trailhead now. And here we are, the Issaquah Trail. And as you can see, there's a lot of actual trails in this section here. This is actually managed, public land managed by the Department of Natural Resources of America. And it's actually a very, very popular hike. It's so close to the proximity of Seattle that the weekend is very, very busy. And it is pretty rugged at the start. But we have a man who, I have to check if he's still living. I think he might still be living. Mr. McKillop, Mike McKillop, worked on this trail for many, many, many years. He's now well into his late 70s, probably early 80s, I would say now. And he would actually make what we're about to climb up here shortly. It's like a set of steps. And there's some people who like to have the steps. Some people didn't. A lot of people thought it took away from the natural beauty of the trail like you see here. But as we get further up, I'll turn it on and we'll show you what it looks like. And you can start to see all the steps here taking place. It's pretty cool, right? So we're just stopping at the trail for a breather, and as you can see, actually the incline, you can actually see the road down below.
A little loud.
Still a little loud, but it's you enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
This is Amanda's first hike with Ian of the year. It's going to be many of you. You know, it was funny.
From the watershed.
Yeah, I'll tell you about that. Was last year. This year. And, you know, it's quite funny because the last time I hiked up Mount Si 2 years ago, actually 3 years ago this May, when I was training for the Sky Trail, I had forgot the feeling it gave me of so much pleasure hiking. I just loved it. I love this time of the year to hike for me because I get really hot hiking, and this temperature keeps you cool. So you can see it's just onwards and upwards. So I should give you some stats about this. So this is the Poo Poo Point Trail, 12 miles east of Seattle, and it goes from about 150 feet to 1850 feet over a distance of 2 miles. We normally hike up this with paraglider wings for the fit people. I used to do that before, but last few years, we've had a shuttle with private access to the forest trail that can actually take you up to the same viewpoint. But this is like a pilgrimage in the summer. A pilgrimage. Well, I have personally seen on here bears, actual bears, real bears, black bears. The last time I came up last year, there was actually people coming down telling me not to go up any further because it's a mountain lion on this trail. So there's also mountain lions. No big surprise. But you can now start to see through the elevation game we've got so far. Okay, onwards and upwards. I may have been a booby on this one.
Oh.
Hey Harvey.
Oh, you're so
Hey, you're so pretty. You're going to sit. Oh, yeah. Oh, you just licked my legs. You're going to be on the YouTube. Two lovely ladies.
with their ladies.
In their 30s, but they look in their 20s. That's pretty cool. Very good. Hey, have fun, girls. You meet the best people on a hike. Here's Amanda. We're going to have a little break with water.
You're going to record me suffering?
Are you having funny? No suffering. Yes. So here's a little history about this place. Do you know why it's called Poo Poo Point?
Tell me.
Well, it's not about poos.
No, just the point?
It's not about the it's not about the point either. They called it Poo Poo Point because we're just about to get to the section on this hike where it looks like a path or a road. It's actually where they'd cut down trees and they would haul them up by ropes and chains to a forest road where they'd be then loaded onto trucks to go down the hill. And the engine they used to pull up the logs made a sound which went boop 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 boop
Like a toilet?
boop boop. Maybe not without the poop, but I went like a poo poo, poo poo, poo poo, poo poo. The steam engine. Anyway, that's why it's called Poo Poo Point. So there you go. Cool. See, there's Amanda and Ian. And we've just come up the trail here to the beautiful, beautiful gladed area. I think these are silver birches, they're called. I think they are. Oh. And this is just at the, just almost to the, what do they call it, South Launch. Oh, I am sorry. I was trying not to get in here. Oh, that's a bit stupid of me actually, yeah. It's super duper. Cool. So now I actually just came up to the bottom of the, what they call the Paragliding Launch. The top of that hill up there, where we'll walk. But this is the South Launch, where you actually walk from. And in the clouds in the distance we cannot see is Mount Rainier. We'll see it in a little bit here. But they've cut more trees down here at the bottom of the South Launch as well, which is amazing. So it's cool. Here comes Amanda. Yeah, baby, baby. And for some reason it's not flippy floppity. And we're just now approaching the South Launch, where it all opens up. That was good. So that was like about an hour and 10 minutes. So I was here, it's like 1670 feet. So it's like probably 1550 elevation gain there. And since we're in America, they still use feet, I'm glad to say, and not the metric system for height. But here we go. Which is super cool. Yeah. Fortunately, we have some high cirrus here. But, this is, I believe it or not, a 14,000 foot volcano down here. Views are pretty stunning though. Wow. Absolutely stunning. Hey Danny. It's just amazing how this has changed over the years. So yeah, this is where the paragliders fly from. And as I said, I'm one of those paragliders, so I'll get some footage of us flying off of this launch this year. But to give you an idea, got a light south wind. You could even fly today actually. So this has been worked on over the years, big time, amazingly. Here we go. So yeah, welcome to Poo Poo Point South Launch. And this was just about to summit to the North Launch here of Poo Poo Point. And so the paragliders take off. And in front of us, gorgeous views of Lake Sammamish. And in the distance is the other lake, is Lake Washington. And then Bellevue is over here. And then across here, this mountain is called Squawk. And this is the astroturf that's been put down. That's the weather station we've put up here. And this is where we fly from, so we'll be seeing some flying videos later this year too. So there we go. This is Issaquah, in Issaquah Highlands. And where we live in Duvall is up in that direction there, 20 miles. Yeah! Enjoy your hike?
Yeah!
I think we did.
Am I bright red?
No. I think we're looking good.
We did it!
How about that? Not too bad, not too shabby. Now we're in 10 minutes or so. Now 15. That was brilliant. So happy the man. So there actually is another walk. I'll turn it around to show you. It continues from here and it takes you to, you can see there's a football field away down here. and that is the Issaquah High School. And there's a walk which actually takes you through the forest here and then loops up here. So you can actually go back that way. Problem is the car is actually, car park we walked from is right below these trees here, and you can see the main Issaquah Hobart Road there. And it means you'd have to walk back to school and then all the way along this road, which is a dangerous road, so we won't be doing that. But I think that was a job well done.